Time to talk about them big boys. Name Crover here. I'm Dustin. This is our center rankings for 2013-2014 fantasy basketball. All our other tiers and rankings are up, and we also will have a top 100 cheat sheet on the website shortly, so be sure to check that out. Brent, tier 1.
All right, tier 1, I'm going to highlight two guys. Well, and maybe three. Sorry, Dustin. Al Jefferson moved to the Bobcats. Right. Absolutely love that, but not going to talk more about that. But he is our number 1 ranked center. Number 2, Dwight Howard. This is fantasy basketball, not real life. So who cares if he's kind of a crybaby and a headache? 17 points, 12.5 boards, 2.5 blocks, shooting 57% from the field. Those are great fantasy basketball numbers. Don't worry about the other stuff. Draft him because he does that, especially if you don't count foul shooting percentage in your league. Last, DeMarcus Cousins got signed a max deal. Shaq's working with him. We do like him. He has the chance to take the next step to elite and even be the number 1 center coming into next year.
Tier 2, at this point, all these guys, pretty proven. You know what you're going to get out of them for the most part. So draft with confidence there. But one guy I didn't want to talk about is Brook Lopez, because he was a 20-7 guy with 2 blocks last year. You might think he needs to be higher up on this list, but take a look at Brooklyn's depth chart. They added some pieces, to say the least. So I don't think those numbers are guaranteed again this year. Obviously, the upside's there. He's going to get the minutes. They're going to ask him to do a decent amount, but we're not seeing a repeat performance there. But he's still very serviceable.
All right, tier 3, going to start off with Vucevic of the Orlando Magic. This guy played a ton of minutes, but he should be playing a ton of minutes again this year. He is a rebounding machine. We really like the upside of this kid. We have him certainly in our sleeper show, I believe, as well, but we ranked him significantly above a lot of the other sites because he's really good. Then we got Andre Drummond. You know, the Pistons had Drummond come along really slowly last year. As a Drummond owner, it extremely frustrated me, but when they unleashed him, he put up crazy fantasy numbers. He will start this year. I think he starts, plays extremely well. Huge upside here with Drummond as well. And last guy is Valanciunas out there with the Toronto Raptors. I watched Summer League basketball, crazy. He was a monster in Summer League. Now, granted, it's not the exact same NBA talent in Summer League, but still, this guy has a ton of upside. He's fully healthy. Really like him to take a big step in his numbers as well this year.
Tier 4, we only got 3 guys in this tier, and none of these guys I really think are going to go crazy, but they're all very possibly could do double-double type stuff. You know, obviously with Chandler and Gortat, they've already done it, but Kanter's kind of a wild card in this tier. He definitely has an upside. Young, we're not really sure exactly what he can do yet, but with the minutes that he had last year, he definitely showed some promise. So, I think definitely double-double potential for him with a decent amount of blocks.
I am a big Kanter fan this year.
All
right, I do. He's going to be money. I wanted him higher. Dustin fought me. He's my boss.
And I won.
Tier 5. Hate to do this, but the reason I'm starting with this Washington Bullet isn't because I love the Bullets.
Yes,
it's because there is a lot of upside here. Kevin Seraphin is going to end up starting because Nene, always banged up, probably going to play some 4 anyway. And then you got Okafor, who's got back issues. He's not really playing. So Kevin Seraphin locked into the starting lineup. In a deeper league, you can get this guy extremely late, and I think there's a decent amount of upside there. Then I want to talk about Andrew Bynum. He is the ultimate risk-reward player. Who knows exactly how many games he's going to play? So don't temper your expectations. Let him fall to you in the draft. He's just a little too scary for our likings. Has injury-plagued history forever, it seems.
Tier 6, there's certainly some interesting players in this tier. First guy, Chris Humphries, out with Boston. You know, I mentioned earlier, Brooklyn had a whole bunch of new pieces. A lot of them came from Boston, so some people are going to have to step up for them. And I think Humphries could play a decent amount of minutes for them. He's kind of a small center. I don't know how much he's actually going to play center, but they have him listed there for now. So I think double-double for him is potential if he can get the minutes. A couple of rookies I want to talk about. Kelly Olynyk and Alex Len. Olynyk's in Boston, Alex Len is in Phoenix. Both these guys are currently behind other people in the depth charts, but they have upsides there as well, especially in Boston where they're kind of rebuilding. They might give the youngsters some minutes down the stretch. And Alex Len, a lot of hype around this kid. He should be pretty decent, but he's got Gortat to deal with. But both these guys are decent gambles later in the draft.
We all know Gortat's the man. All right, tier 7. I've talked about a lot of people, so I'm only going to highlight one, and that's Varejao.
I've talked about a lot of people.
Hey, that's what I do here. The reason we have Varejao so low, just note that he is banged up, so that plays a factor. Obviously we're shooting these pretty far out from the start of the year, so check the reports as you get closer in, because he might be moving up if we start getting good reports.
Horacek. A great year with him last year, and now Howard.
He's gonna be alright.
Yeah, all right.
He'll move over to the 4.
Yeah, we'll see. So that's our centers. Check out.
We got Greg. Who is it? Who's your boy? Greg Smith over there or whatnot?
We'll see. Good old Greg Smith. I'm Dustin. This is Nameco. If you got any questions, post them in the forum. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Do other stuff.
Do other stuff. He doesn't call the best in the business for nothing, folks.